I washed my hair today. I washed it, twisted it really fast, and then put those clips at the bottom. And then when it was almost dry, I let it air dry instead of blowing it. So when it was almost dry, it's still wet. I put some castor oil. That's the plain castor oil. I didn't put on the premium hair oil castor oil yet. I'll probably do that once this is completely dry. But since it's still wet, and you can tell because it feels wet, but also the castor oil makes my hand stick. You hear that sound? So it's making my hand sticky. So I'll put that on after. So I'll tell you what they're talking about, and then I'll go into some of their psychology. I'll go into their emotional state. Today, their emotional state it felt to me like they were not calmer, but more that feeling you get when you are just like exhausted. That's it. Like they were exhausted today. So it wasn't necessarily calm because they still were talking, but it was like they're exhausted, like they're tired. Okay, so what they were talking about today, they keep going over the same thing. It's just, like I said, I was watching another targeted individual's video, and she said someone mentioned repetition, and repetition is it. It's the repetitive, it over and over again. And that's part of how they wanted this to be, to change my memory. So if they kept going over the same stories, this is what happened. It wasn't like what happened. It was more like they're telling me what happened. So they said over my lifetime, again, we're talking 50 years. So how old were they? They couldn't have been my age. We'll just go through the list. They weren't my age. They couldn't have been younger than me. And they couldn't have been a few years older than me. They had to be old enough to know this system. And that's part of why they keep getting themselves caught in their own web. So I'm going to call this video spider web. See, they're upset because they said something, they targeted my eye, but this eye had like a little lump over it. And I'll try to use as a thumbnail a picture I took when I had marks in particular spots that were targeted. So it's a spider web. They're upset because some spiders are good spiders. So there are good spiders and bad spiders. And they want me to lump all spiders together, just like people. And they're upset that I don't like to kill the good spiders because there are spiders that eat the insects that are bad. And they actually are good spiders. Now, I'm not talking about spiders that kill you, like one spider bite and you'll die. But if we put all spiders together, then we would eliminate the good spiders also. Anyway, so what they're talking about today is they keep going over the fact that they said they were waiting for someone, I won't say who, to come out of nowhere and contact me. Then they said they were going to replace that person because that person really didn't like me. That person was being brainwashed by this same system to like me. What they're saying to me over and over and over again is there's nothing in me that's attractive enough, interesting enough to get anyone who actually likes me. They said the only reason people are with me is because they want something. So there's nothing about me that would be good enough in their eyes. Which is going back to what I'm saying. They're caught in their own